What's the real secret to building one of those truly exceptional, game-changing teams? It's the kind of question that keeps leaders up at night. Well, today we're going to break down a really powerful framework that just might change how you see everything. Let's dive in.
And we're going to start with this fantastic quote from the leadership pioneer Warren Bennis. We absolutely love the idea of the solo hero, right? The lone genius. But here's the thing. It's a myth. I mean, think about it. Even Michelangelo needed a team of 16 people to help him paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. The real power? It has always been in the group. And this is the crucial shift in our thinking. The challenges we face today, they're so complex, so interconnected, whether it's in business, science, you name it. They just can't be tackled by one person anymore. They absolutely demand the collective intelligence, the diverse skills, and the shared power of a great group. So here's our roadmap for this journey. We'll kick things off by digging into that Lone Ranger myth. Then we'll explore a structural blueprint for what makes great teams tick. After that, we get to the fun part, uncovering the human engine that powers it all, seeing how the two combine, and then we'll end with one big question for you to chew on. All right, let's really get into why this myth is so persistent and honestly so damaging. Because it turns out you can have a team packed with individual geniuses and they can still fail and fail miserably if they aren't actually set up to win as a group. So, how do we fix that? Well, we start with a blueprint. Every great team needs a reliable operating system, a solid structure that gives them a foundation for everything else. Think of it like the chassis of a high-performance car. It's what provides the essential form and the capability to go fast. And this slide breaks down the 5 core parts of that blueprint. First up, you've got commissioning. That's a clear mandate from leadership so the team knows its work is valued and actually supported. Then there's clarifying. This is where the team turns that mandate into their own shared, compelling mission. Next is co-creating. This is huge. It's defining the rules of the road for how they'll actually work together. That's followed by connecting, how the team builds those crucial relationships with people outside the group. And finally, core learning, the commitment to constantly reflect, get better, and never ever stop improving. This is the how of team excellence. But okay, here's where it gets really, really interesting. A perfectly engineered car chassis is totally useless if it's just sitting in the garage, right? It needs a powerful engine to make it go. And that engine? That's the human element. It's the fuel of passion and purpose. Seriously, think about it. You can have the best structure, the clearest goals, the most well-defined processes. But what's the force that's going to actually drive your team forward with real energy and commitment? What's going to make it roar? Well, that force is passion. It's the outward expression of our deeper inner purpose. And to see why this matters so much more than just raw skill, let me tell you about a guy named James. Brilliant strategist. His passion was conceiving. He just loved developing complex plans. But when he got promoted to manage a team in crisis, he failed. Why? Because the role didn't need a conceiver, it desperately needed a healer, someone passionate about mending relationships. His skills were a fit on paper, but his passion, total mismatch. And this brings us to this really cool idea of passion archetypes. Just like a high-performance race car has a specialist crew, each person with a very distinct role, our teams are powered by people with these distinct passion profiles. And understanding these archetypes, well, that's the key to unlocking your engine's full potential. For instance, you've got the builder. These are the people with that unstoppable entrepreneurial fire. Just think of Alden McDonald, the CEO of Liberty Bank. After Hurricane Katrina literally wiped out his business, his builder passion drove him to rebuild it all from absolutely nothing. And get this, the year after the disaster became the most profitable year in the bank's entire history. Now that's the power of a builder. Okay, next up is the conceiver. If the builder provides the raw drive, the conceiver provides the map. This is your team's intellectual acrobat, the person who just loves taking apart a complex problem, looking at it from every single angle, and finding a brilliant, totally unexpected solution. They're the ones always asking, yeah, but what if we tried it this way? And finally, let's talk about the healer. This archetype is so often overlooked, but it is absolutely crucial, especially when things get tough. Their passion is to make people and organizations whole again, to mend those strained relationships and to create the kind of psychological safety that's needed for everyone else to thrive. Now for the real magic. The secret to the ultimate team. It happens when you put these two big ideas together. It's when that structural framework of the 5 disciplines gets fueled by the powerful human energy of all these passion archetypes. This is where it all comes together. And you can see right here how the blueprint and the engine just lock together perfectly. Look at how specific passions fuel specific disciplines. That clarifying discipline, it gets its innovative edge from a conceiver. Co-creating absolutely thrives when you have healers fostering safety and creators bringing new ideas to the table. Connecting is powered by, you guessed it, connectors and altruists. You see the pattern here? A diverse mix of passions isn't just some nice to have, it's the essential fuel for the entire structure. And this right here is the core takeaway. It is not about choosing between structure and culture, or process and people. The ultimate competitive advantage lies in the synthesis of the two. A team that has both a solid blueprint and a roaring, purposeful engine, well, that team is truly unstoppable. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final, really powerful question to take back to your own work, to your own teams. Just think about that for a second. Is your team organized simply by skills and responsibilities on some org chart? Or have you built a platform where each person's unique, purpose-driven passion can be unleashed to fuel collective success? Because the answer to that question, well, it might just be the key to everything.